So one of the benefits of the groundwater savings facility in this particular instance, and really what makes this project more unique than in other areas, is that it's effluent. It's reclaimed water, as opposed to Central Arizona Project water, as opposed to what we would call CAP water. CAP water, for those of you who are following the news, know that Colorado River water is, we're in a shortage condition. We've moved into a situation where we're going to have to reduce the volume of CAP water that's delivered. And the farmers are going to be taking, and are already taking, the biggest hit of those reductions. So part of what this project does is brings effluent to the farmers who would otherwise have had the CAP water. And so any renewable water supply the farmers can get in this period of time where their CAP water is being reduced is going to be helpful to the farmers as well.
One of the great things that this does, it allows Coolidge to have a very efficient use of their effluent, which otherwise may have been wasted. And it does several things. One, it gives us an opportunity to use this effluent on a very beneficial use. It's used by the crops. It has nitrogen, and the effluent has a lot of the fertilizers that the crops need anyway. So that's one great benefit, is the farmers get cheaper water. It's actually cheaper to get this effluent than it is to pump water out of the ground. It obviously saves our water resources because we don't pull as much water out of the ground. And the third thing it does, it provides what we call long-term storage credits. So for every, well, we call it acre foot. An acre foot of water, just so everybody knows, it's what we use when we essentially measure a large volume of water. You always hear the term acre foot. And an acre foot is essentially 1 acre of land, which is 210 by 210 feet by 1 foot deep. To be a little more technical, it's 325,000 gallons of water is an acre foot. 1 acre foot will serve 3 families for a year. For every acre foot of water of effluent that we give these farms, Coolidge has an acre foot long-term storage credit, which is worth money. And that is a marketable item that they can market, and essentially brings more money to their general funds. So it has quite a few benefits for Coolidge.
So there's a lot of interconnectedness between a city and its wastewater utility and a water provider like Arizona Water Company. Arizona Water Company is the potable water provider for the City of Coolidge, and the City of Coolidge is the wastewater provider. And there's a very strong relationship between those two functions. One of the great things about the city's groundwater savings facility is that it creates that linkage, that important linkage between what the city does in terms of the wastewater collection and the use of that supply, and what Arizona Water Company does, which is to provide water resources on an indefinite basis to our customers. And the customers that we serve water to, and the customers that the city provides effluent services to, are the same people. It's you, the residents of the City of Coolidge. And so the way that this works, and to sort of demonstrate the cycle that this all creates or is built into, is that Arizona Water Company delivers water to the residents and the businesses in Coolidge. They use that water, and then it is collected in the sewage system, and then that sewer water, that wastewater, then goes to the City of Coolidge's wastewater treatment facilities. It's treated to a certain level of quality so that then they can deliver it to the irrigators in the area, to the farmers in the area, and then they can use that water instead of the groundwater, just like what Mark Taylor described to you. Once the water has been then used by the farmers, they essentially save a volume of groundwater. And then ultimately, the water utility, Arizona Water Company, then has an arrangement with the city where we would then recover that and deliver it back to the customers, to the residents of the City of Coolidge. And it's that important connection, that cycle, which brings it all back around and allows us to manage our water resources in a way that's in the best interest of the residents and the businesses of our communities.